What's going on, everybody? I am back for another week of the top indie comic picks for New Comic Book Day. Let's get into these. I've got 10 books, 10 individual issues, and a graphic novel to talk about. So, first up, we're going to talk about the graphic novel, and then we're going to go into the top 10 single issues for the week. And that graphic novel is Bonding, Parasitic Romance, or Bonding People and Their Parasites was a former name that it's changed inside of Diamond. But this one's by Matthew Ehrman and Emily Pearson. We had Matthew on the channel recently to talk about Bonding. It is an incredible multi-genre story, tale, whatever you want to say, that I think everyone needs to check out. We've got some sci-fi, we've got some romance, we've got some crazy things happening in this world, but I love this story so much, and I think there's something in this story for everyone. Even if you aren't super into like the romance side of things, I really think this is going to be one that you will really enjoy anyways, and find a way that you connect with it a little bit, especially with the fact that, you know, there is this kind of like change in the world order of things. Kind of remind me a little bit of, you know, the changes that we all went through with the COVID pandemic and everything. So check that one out. There is a hardcover and trade paperback version that are coming out. I pre-ordered the hardcover because I love a good hardcover, so I will be getting that one this week. But that is my graphic novel recommendation of the week. Coming into the top 10, I am going to start out with Where Monsters Lie, #1 from Dark Horse Comics, written by Kyle Starks, art by Peter Kowalski. Haven't you always wondered what slasher monsters, the masked home invasion family, the mindless unkillable monster, the serial killer trapped in a doll, what they do for those couple of years in between their murder sprees? They're at Wilmhurst, a gated community in the middle of nowhere where they relax, or try to, until they get the call to go out and kill again. Connor Hayes survived his first slasher in summer camp. A handful of years later, he barely escaped a psychopath who built a torture puzzle for his victims. Since then, he's been training and planning for running into these creatures again. He is a respected special agent, and now he knows where the monsters lie, and he's planning for war. Sounds really cool. Kyle's done a lot of cool stories recently. Most recently, I Hate This Place. But this sounds like a really cool concept coming from Dark Horse Comics. Number 10 on the list. Number 9 this week, we're going to Image Comics for FLAWED, issue number 506 from Chuck Brown and Prenzy. I have just really been enjoying this series so far. I can't wait to see. Things have been getting crazy. Of course, we're in the thick of things in the arc right now, and issue 5, we gotta be getting to some crazy resolution soon, headed into the final issue. Origins of the Skinwalker Serum are revealed. An evil from Relic's past returns to shatter her world, and Jem and Detective Davis join forces to take down a physically and mentally twisted Higgs. That is my number 9 pick. Number 8 this week, we're going to Boom Studios for The Approach, issue number 4 of 5 from Jeremy Hahn, Jason Hurley, Jesus Hervas, bringing in this awesome story here. To Mac and Abby's horror, the monster grows in size with each victim it consumes. Amongst the carnage, one terrifying question remains. Who or what brought this creature to their doorstep? Can they discover the secrets of its origins? And do they hold the key to stopping its hellish rampage? I have absolutely been enjoying this horror story, this monster story. I love a good monster horror. This is one of the books nominated by us for Top Horror Comic of the Year. So if you haven't gone and checked out the nomination video for the Indies Awards for 2022, go check that out. In that video, there is a link to the voting, and the voting will be closing this Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern. So please get your votes in. Let your voice be heard. That was the number 8 pick. Number 7 this week, we are going to Sumerian Comics for the first of 3 books on this list, and that is Nobody's Girls, number 3 of 3 from Damian Connolly and Matthias San Juan. Lupe's search comes to an end. Emmett finds out what happened to the girl, but This will lead him away from Norma. A night full of ghosts and a desperate ending. 3 of 3. This is the final issue of this little mini-series here from Damien, and I can't wait to see how this all wraps up. Can't wait to see what else he's got coming soon. He's been putting out some great quality stories, so I am always ready to check out the next one. Number 6 on the list this week, we're going back to Boom Studios, and we've got Briar, issue number 3 of 4 from Christopher Cantwell and German Garcia. What if the one meant to protect you more than anyone else became the one that betrayed you? Briar unfortunately learns the answer, burdened beyond belief with the crushing prophecy that she's connected to, and decides to make the future her own with a promise of vengeance. But while Briar wrestles with her new reality, Spider, her blue-skinned companion, harbors a secret of shocking significance. It's a 4-issue miniseries, so let's bring in a nice twist here before things end in the next issue. I like it. I've been really enjoying this dark take on Sleeping Beauty, and the artwork from Germain has been really, really interesting and enjoyable. There's a preview for it over on the website. Briar also up for some award nominations this year. I believe we've got it in Best from Boom and Best New and Promising, because only 2 issues released in 2022. So again, if you haven't gone over there and voted, go do that. Firstborn's number 2 of 4 is the number 5 pick this week from Eni Pliskin and Luca Vassallo. The next morning after the nightmare, Stan heads to his high school, located in the small town of Marcotte, believing that what had happened was just a dream. During the first class of the day, Stan discovers that his partner David has disappeared. David's parents, along with the local police, explore the school in search of clues regarding the whereabouts of their son. This fact raises alarm, not only for Stanley, but also for the gang of bullies led by Connor Hardy. Visions continue to haunt Stanley for the rest of the day, entangling him even more in the vanishing of his classmate David Pilgrim. As the number 5 pick, also from these creators, last year we had Heavy Metal Drummer, which was fantastic, and Heavy Metal Drummer is up for Best of Sumerian Comics for 2022, so again, go check out that video. The number 4 pick this week is Sarah Lone, number 4 of 4 from Sumerian Comics. We got writer Eric Arno and artist David Marancho bringing such a thrilling tale. It is the end of the line. The dangerous game the American Secret Service has played has led to this moment. On November 22nd, 1963, the assassination of President JFK will happen. And for years, Sarah Lone has been trained to be the perfect shooter. And today, while everything is on the line and everything's been prepared for plotters, for Oswald to kill the president, Sarah is given the mission to prevent it from happening. But things don't go as planned. The plot succeeds, broadcast live on television, images that will mark history. Now, Sarah Lone knows too much, and she must go. Next up is the number 3 pick from Ablaze Comics, and that's going to Children of the Black Sun, issue number 2 from Dario Ciccio and Letizia Cardanici, artist of the hit series House of Slaughter. It is not difficult to be happy under a blue sky, but it takes a lot of courage to be strong, even under a black sun. With anniversaries of the Black Sun looming, the children born during those events begin to gravitate towards each other. Will this lead to an understanding of who they truly are, or a rejection of their very nature? Meanwhile, a darkness begins to take hold of some of the citizens of Brightvale. I really love the first issue of Children of the Black Sun, so I am excited to see this next issue. Can't wait to see where it goes. Next up is going over to Mad Cave Studios for the number 2 pick, and that is Tales from Nottingham, number 1. We are back to Nottingham, and we've got a whole new volume here that is going to be different creators on each issue, but Tales from Nottingham explores the untold stories from the twisted universe of Nottingham, including the secret origins of Robin Hood and the Merry Men, Marion's violent past, Aya of the Hashashin's first kill, and an ordeal that will shake Friar Tuck to his core. Never before seen mysteries confront Everard Blackthorne, the Sheriff of Nottingham. culminating in an investigation that will lead directly to the climactic events of Nottingham Volume 3. This anthology reunites Nottingham series creators David Azan and Shane Connery-Volk, while also bringing diverse new talent into the world of Nottingham, including Eisner and GLAAD-nominated writer Magdalene Visaggio. I'm excited. I'm excited for a lot of the creators on this one. Besides just getting to see David and Shane come back to their world, I know there's going to be a volume 3, I think, later after this, but also Worlds Away writer Damien Beckton's going to be on this volume with the Tales from Nottingham. He gets an issue. Excited to see where that, what story he gets, where that story goes. Super excited for him. So, number 2 pick this week, Tales from Nottingham, number 1 from Mad Cave Studios. And the number 1 pick this week is a book I'm very excited to see come out, and that is Black Tape, number 1, from Dan Panosian and Dalibor Talajic. Ives Forcina on colors. Jack King was a rock and roll god who projected a stage persona on par with the devil. After Jack dies on stage, his widow Cindy grapples with grief and struggles to protect his legacy, unaware that she is being surrounded by dark forces that covet the master tapes to Jack's final unreleased album, a heavy metal masterpiece that just might open a doorway to hell. I've gotten to read this one already, and that is why it's up there to number 1, because holy crap, it's good. The kind of cliffhanger we get left on, I am excited. It very much, this description does it justice, and I can't wait to see where the team takes this story from here. But yeah, rock and roll and hell, I mean, come on. We know there's always been connections there. I love to see it being explored more in a story like this. So from AWA, we've got Black Tape, number 1, as the number 1 pick. And that wraps out our top 10. Thank you for watching. If you're new here and are not subscribed already, go ahead and do that. Hit that button down below. And as always, collect what you love. See you next time.